I'm Laura, 32. Standing in the grand ballroom of the Lakeside Resort, I'm surrounded by the opulence of crystal chandeliers and the murmur of the elite. But all I can focus on is the shock on my parents' faces as they see me. It's a moment I've both dreaded and anticipated. My husband, Ryan, a 35-year-old top-notch cardiologist, places a reassuring hand on my back. Our son, Ethan, who's 7, tugs at his bow, complaining, "Mom, this thing is killing me." I smile and adjust it, telling him to hold on a bit longer for the promise of the swimming pool later. Then I see her. Emily, my 29-year-old sister, the bride. Her eyes widen in horror when she spots me. The room falls into an awkward silence, and I'm transported back in time. I grew up in a small town, the daughter of Dr. Henry and Mrs. Olivia Thompson. My father was a strict and controlling man, always believing that his way was the only way. My mother, on the other hand, was a meek woman who always went along with my father's decisions. I was the smart one in the family, with big dreams of making it in the medical technology field. I worked hard in school, and after high school, I got accepted into a prestigious university. But my college fund mysteriously disappeared, and I later found out that it had been used to send Emily on a luxury vacation. My father was furious when I confronted him. He said, "If you can't be grateful and help at our family clinic, then you're no longer welcome here." And with that, he kicked me out of the house. I was 21, alone, and homeless. I had to work 3 jobs: at a diner in the mornings, a hospital front desk in the evenings, and a call center on weekends, while attending community college part-time. It was tough, but I was determined. That's when I met Ryan. He was a resident at the hospital where I worked. One day, he noticed me poring over healthcare administration textbooks during my break. He asked me about a patient flow theory, and I started to explain why it was flawed. We talked for hours, and from that moment on, we were inseparable. We started our company, MedTech Innovations, in our tiny apartment. It was a struggle at first, but our hard work paid off. Last quarter, our revenue was close to $350 million. Back at the wedding, Dr. Daniel Reed, Emily's 33-year-old husband, approaches me with a confused look on his face. He had no idea that Emily had a sister who was the CEO of a successful medical technology company. He thought I was just some office worker, as Emily had told him. As the night progresses, Ethan's innocent questions start to expose the lies. He asks, "Mom, is that lady your sister? Did she go to the same university as you?" Daniel looks at me in surprise, and I simply reply, "Yes, I graduated in 2013. The weight of years of lies becomes too much for Emily. Daniel pulls her aside, and I can see their heated argument from across the room. He realizes that she's been lying about her education and her role in the family clinic. A month after the wedding, Daniel shows up at my office. He looks haggard, with dark circles under his eyes. He tells me that he's consulting a lawyer about annulling the marriage. He also reveals that the family clinic has been involved in Medicare fraud for the past 12 years, and Emily was a part of it. I'm not surprised. I always suspected something was off. Daniel asks me if I want to get involved in the investigation. I think about it for a moment. I've built my life far away from them, and I don't want to be dragged back into their mess. So I tell him no. 6 months later, I'm in my garden, enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Ethan is running around with his Superman cape, and Ryan brings out lemonade for us. The doorbell rings, and Ryan comes back with a certified letter from Emily. I open it and read her apology. She admits that she was wrong, that she was raised to believe that my success threatened hers. She's sorry for all the lies. At an American medical technology conference in New York, I see Emily again. She's listening intently to a talk about medical coding. Our eyes meet, and I give her a small nod. It's not forgiveness, but it's an acknowledgement. That evening, I finalize the paperwork for the Thompson Medical Scholarship, which will help 20 students without family support to pursue their medical dreams. As I kneel in the garden, planting new seedlings with Ethan, I realize that some roots are given, and some we choose for ourselves. Looking back, I've come a long way from that scared 21-year-old girl who was kicked out of her home. I've built a life based on hard work, determination, and the love of my real family, Ryan and Ethan. And I'm ready to face whatever the future holds, free from the shadows of the past.